Here is a man. He's looking pretty washed out because he filmed himself in Fuji F-Log. I used to be this man. But not anymore, thanks to Dehancer. So before Dehancer, as a complete beginner, I found the process of shooting in F-Log and editing in Final Cut Pro pretty disjointed. I ended up sticking with the native film simulations available on the Fujifilm X-T4 while feeling discouraged that I wasn't using the camera to its full potential. Dehancer has changed that, and now even as a beginner, I feel empowered to shoot F-Log and get the most out of my X-T4. In this video, I want to show you the results I achieved after just a handful of days of using the Final Cut Pro version of Dehancer. For disclosure, Dehancer provided me with a free evaluation license, but no money changed hands, they have no input on the contents of this video, and they don't get to preview it before I post it. Meanwhile, I did decide to join their affiliate program based on my overall experience with the FCP version of the plugin, and I may receive commission if my discount code is used, but more on that later. For the Fuji X-T4, you want to select Fujifilm, X-T3, and then F-Log, since both cameras share the same sensor and F-Log type. With a couple of clicks, you tell Dehancer what camera the footage is coming from, and you get an initial grade that I find extremely pleasing. This honestly blew me away. No faffing around with manufacturer LUT files. Just click, click, and boom. It looks good. Part of me could end this video right here, right now. But this is just the start. Film produces desirable results. If, like me, you occasionally shoot film, you know that things like color rendition, saturation, film grain, and highlight roll-off look special on film, even if you can't put it into words. When exposed correctly, digital video files can have a lot of latitude. The question then becomes, how do you edit them to get that film look? Dehancer gives you a film-inspired workflow that is both easy to grasp and gives you plenty of control to get you into that film zone. Actually, I have to give props to Dehancer for writing a clear and useful manual. It was easy to find what I needed to know. If I was able to get these results after a few days and a cursory skim of the manual, you can do it too. The reason I like the Dehancer workflow on Final Cut Pro is that it just clicks with me, especially as someone who uses digital audio software to produce music. Yes, I did make the background music for this video. If you've used Logic, Ableton Live, or FL Studio, you'll be at home with Dehancer. It's essentially a high-end channel or mastering effects strip, but for video. Just like with music production plugins that emulate the warmth or saturation of rare high-end studio hardware, my impression is that Dehancer applies the same approach, but to film emulation. They do this by closely studying the character and dynamics of film before translating those attributes into the digital domain. Now that's something I can get behind. If you want to know more, their blog covers their process extensively. These are the main workflow tips I've gleaned from using Dehancer on Final Cut Pro. The first thing to remember is that the quality of your output depends on the quality of your input. Bad footage will likely yield the less than optimal results. Secondly, with F-Log, I've gotten the best results by shooting at +1 exposure compensation. Be aware that F-Log has a base ISO of 640, so you may need to stop down your lens or use ND filters depending on the lighting conditions you're shooting in. While broadly targeting +1 stop of exposure, always keep an eye on the histogram. Avoid clipping and ideally give yourself some breathing room to the left and right of the histogram. Also remember that you can save Dehancer settings into presets on Final Cut Pro. I have one with the input section already set up for the X-T4 to save me time. Dehancer is not going to be an impulse buy for most of us. It's clearly a fully featured professional tool and it's priced accordingly. Going back to the audio plugin comparison, Dehancer's pricing is comparable to what well-known audio software developers charge for a channel strip plugin or a mastering bundle. I can definitely say it's worth it if it's a good fit for you. On my end, I produce video content on a weekly basis, and with Dehancer, I feel empowered to take my videos to the next level in terms of polish and unique look. Dehancer is a computationally demanding software tool. With that in mind, you should check whether your system meets minimum requirements. Notably on Mac, Intel Macs with integrated graphics are not supported. The good news is that the new Apple Silicon Macs are. The best thing is to try out a demo version before purchasing to see how it runs on your machine. So I hope this video gives you an idea of what Dehancer is capable of, even in the hands of a video editing beginner like me. Like I said before, I'd recommend trying the demo to see if it's a good fit for you. Maybe also watch a couple of other videos to get a different perspective. I'll drop a couple of links below. If you think Dehancer is for you, use my discount code to save a bit on your purchase. Check out the details below and see how much you can save. Oh, one more thing. I don't want you leaving empty-handed, so to speak. To thank you for watching this far, I've also put a link below for the free Dehancer monitor tool. It lets you see whether your highlights are too crispy or your shadows too crushed in your video footage. So, thank you for watching, take care, and have a great day.